It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
I want to talk about my baby Arachne experiment. Now, just to be 100% transparent about all of this, the YouTuber Stephen Strange, I should have added his link to the description. I'll add it in just a second. The YouTuber Stephen Strange reached out to me and let me know that he doesn't typically use this team on defense because it's kind of a gimmick. It's kind of a gimmicky team on defense, right? Because if anybody attacks it with a Sebastian and they happen to get the Sebastian off and they don't clip my Arachne. See, the idea is if the enemy is using Sebastian, your Arachne has to die immediately. Like with a Dante or a Yasmin or some kind of area of effect damage, my Yasmin needs to die immediately. And my Yasmin's a little too high to just get knocked over by a sneeze. So if I'm on defense and the enemy Sebastian procs his ult before my Arachne does, then the whole point of this lineup fails. So just to kind of take a look back through the week, because I know that some of you had been asking about it. Whenever we took this team on defense on day one, it took 4 hits. It took 4 hits for Fight Club to defeat my lineup. Shotgun took an attempt there, and then MG Big Kahuna took an attempt there. And then a little bit later on, we had, here we go. Then we had Yosho that had hit me at the 3rd attempt, and then the 4th attempt was Timothy. Took him 4 attempts to drop me on Fight Club versus on day one. Now against faster horses here, it was a little different story. I was able to defend 1 time versus Mikhail, right? And that was a Sebastian team. Okay, so let's really quick watch this fight. If an enemy Sebastian attacks into me and is able to ult before my Arachne does, then my chance of winning using this gimmick drops pretty dramatically. Okay, so let's just kind of rush this along. You can see that the Sebastian's starting with such high, but luckily the enemy Yasmin attacks my Arachne, which is able to get the stun off before Sebastian can ult. You see, he's just right there. He's just right there. So now I can stun lock. He finally gets his ult off there, but I've already started rolling with Kark, and at this point you just can't stop the Bob train. You just can't stop it. Right. And ultimately I end up winning this fight, and to their credit, to Mikhail's credit, it was a very lucky situation that Yasmin attacked my Arachne. I'm sorry, yeah, attacked my Arachne. And because of that, we're going to get a timeout here. I don't think I lose any heroes at all. And yeah, so at this point, I took 4 hits on on defense on Monday. And then on Tuesday, it took them 2 attacks. Oh, that's Gates of Nature. That's Titans right there. Oh, they did not defeat me. They were not able to defeat me at all on Tuesday. And this team doesn't have a Sebastian, so this team without a Sebastian had no chance to defeat me. No chance. Right? And I'm not sure why they used a double healer Arachne lineup versus me here. But it is what it is. So Tuesday, I was 100% defensive there. But then yesterday on Wednesday, I was defeated in 1 attack by, let's see here. Here it is. Michael 1 defeated me in 1 attack. And this individual did not have a Sebastian. Even though they didn't have a Sebastian, I still lost. Now, I'm not sure exactly the reason why, if it was just bad luck or whatever. I watched the fight and it seemed like a pretty run-of-the-mill fight there. But the baby Arachne strategy did not work here. So then today's fight, we did end up losing today. Today's fight, let's see how today did. Looks like I was defeated immediately by Kristoff. Okay, we have an enemy Sebastian here. Let's watch this fight. So this is going to be an example on how to counter this team. If you come across this baby Arachne team on defense, this is what you have to do. You have to have a Sebastian that ults before your Arachne ults. That's really the key, right? That's really the key. And without any of the attacking heroes killing my Arachne, getting the Ode to Serenity up, you can see that Arachne's ultimate there just did nothing. There's no stuns at all. And I was able to get just completely wrecked by this Kark lineup. Right? No chance at all. So backing up here a little bit, Saiyan, or Stephen Strange, the individual who showed me this strategy, told me that it is infinitely better on offense, right? Use a standard Kark defense in Arena and Grand Arena, whatever. But on offense, it's significantly better. Significantly better on offense. All right, particularly when you're attacking a player that does not have Sebastian. Here's a nice option right here. No Sebastian on this lineup. Let's get into it. Let's try this lineup here. I probably could definitely use a Sebastian of my own, but without an enemy Sebastian, my Arachne is hopefully going to proc and start stun locking that front lineup. And slowly but surely, my Kark and... oh, there's another Arachne ult right there. My Kark is going to chew through this line. And completely whiffed that attack there. My Arachne died, immediately ults, stunned the Galahad and the Martha, and then another stun there. Wow, that Galahad cleared the back 3 heroes on my team. Amazing. All right, so now we, yet again, we're going to lose to a maxed Martha with a, well, at least this guy has a Fenris. If I can just hit, There we go. Okay, so I did end up winning. So, okay, all right. I got to figure this Martha situation out, okay? So you can see, I had a number of victories today. All of these, well, I had a bunch of defense successfuls. Look at all of those. Oh, man, look at all of those. And against non-Sebastian lineups, here we go. Let's attack this lineup right here. We don't need Yasmin. Let's go with Jorgen. Let's go with Jorgen to slow down that energy gain. Same strategy. Hopefully my Arachne gets her ult off pretty quick. It looks like it's going to end up not mattering. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So this team is infinitely better on offense. The baby Arachne lineup is definitely better on offense, which is kind of weird considering that Astaroth is such a defensive tank. I like this lineup a lot. It allows me to exploit the most important hero in the game. If you don't include him, then my chances of winning just go straight up through the roof, right? Does this show how important Sebastian is on Facebook and the web? I mean, at least on defense, sure. At least on defense, sure. Will that work on mobile? Glenn, the reason why it works so well on Facebook is because of the pets, right? The pet Mara added onto Arachne will increase the duration of control effects by a lot. And you can see that I have a 93.8% increase in length. So a 4-second stun becomes almost an 8-second stun, right? And those additional 8 seconds, those additional 4 seconds of stun, along with the initial 4 seconds, allows Arachne to potentially attack enough again. Because you remember, it takes 10 basic attacks to get 100% energy, right? 10 basic attacks or 5 basic attacks and 5 skill attacks to use another one of her ults, and another one of her skills also stuns. So between the two abilities that stun and Mara, you get a stun lock, right? So it doesn't really work well. It doesn't really work well on mobile. Morgan counters the res of Astaroth. Yep. Morgan counters this team for sure. So I've been thinking a lot about this lineup, right? Now, obviously, I'm not going to drop Kark. I'm not going to drop Kark for Dante, who would potentially be a better choice, or Yasmin, who would potentially be another better choice. I'm not going to do that. I think both of those are great options. Kira would be another great option, potentially. But I think what I've got is fine. And if you have any other attacking hero that stands in front of Arachne, I think you're okay. Even if they stand behind Arachne, you're probably okay too. Right? Like Iris would be good. I bet an Iris team. Let's try Iris. Yeah, let's try Iris. Let's use Sebastian to remove those marks. And we don't need Faceless, really. Sure, let's just use Isaac. All right, let's try Iris with this lineup. What's up, Lessons in the Dominion? I believe Arachne and Kira benefit the most from Sweet Spot being third in the lineup. Okay. There goes the stuns. See, if Arachne is locking everybody down, look at all those stuns, guys. Look at all of those stuns, man. And my Iris is just available to do all the damage that she wants. But I think it may be possible that I am too weak here. I'm too weak to do enough damage. I just split soul that Krista for whatever reason. No, Arachne tank. Okay. Okay. A little grindy pants. I'll allow it. Look at that fight. Man. Look at the team. Look at the heroes on the right compared to the heroes on the left, guys. 63k, 83k, 41, 98k Sebastian. Okay, 134 Astaroth. So the Astaroths are about a wash, right? 134 versus 133. That's about a wash. But look at all of these. This is almost 600,000 power level just with these 4 heroes. 600,000 power level with just these 4 heroes. Ah! You guys have to use Sebastian on defense. Like, you have to. All right, so a 600k team. Let's fight this team. I love how Iris does all that damage. Yeah. A stunned... Oh no! Okay, all right. Well, okay. It doesn't work every time. It doesn't work all the time. It's a fun lineup. All right, it's a fun lineup. Now you're making sure that sweet spot exists. I never doubt that again. Yeah, the sweet spot does exist. Sweet spot does exist. It just means different things to different heroes.